Hi there. So I'm in a different place in my house today, and I thought I'd just change it up a bit. So this weekend I attended an incredibly informative and well done workshop for 2 days. It's like 8 hours of intensive study in the business that I'm creating, and it's to learn how to do online business in a better way. And I'm rather new at online type of work. And so I've done this work for 14 years. I've worked with individual people, and I've worked with groups, and I've created conferences, and even before that I taught classes, and I did other things that were similar types of work. But this is to do this online, and so it's a whole different animal for me. So the very first day was so much information, I felt overwhelmed. And I now know that when I get overwhelmed, what I need to do is leave the house. Don't stay in the energy of that, and get outside. And last week I told you about going to the river. And the other day what I did is I went to the forest. We have a forest that's north of us. And I drove to this, is a small park that's it's a pine forest, just natural trails that go through it. And I just walked through the forest smelling the pine trees, and it was a warm day, and nobody else was around. And I just walked around for quite a while, and then I sat at the edge of a tree. There was a tree branch or tree root there, kind of made a natural seat. And I sat down and I just asked the universe again. I said, how am I supposed to do this thing that I'm not familiar with? And it feels so overwhelming sometimes for me to do this online stuff that I'm doing. So then I heard, just follow your call. Be your call. So the one thing that I understand, and I also have worked with a lot of people on this, is when you want to do something and you're becoming something new in your life, you're creating something new in your life, you actually have to kind of become the thing itself. So like when I'm doing a painting like this, I get so into the painting, I actually become the color, I become the paint, I become the, the strokes that I'm creating. And I draw it out ahead of time, I do what I do, I take lots of photographs ahead of time, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But I become the thing I'm doing. And so that's what I'm beginning to understand about online work. That's one reason why I'm here giving you videos, so I get comfortable being in front of a camera, because I'm an introvert and I'm actually really quite shy. And so it's to get comfortable in front of a camera so that I can create these workshops, the things that I've done before many, many times, but I can do it in front of a camera and do it for the people that I will be serving. So my calling, getting back to what my calling is, ever since I was really small, I knew my calling was to love people and to be that love. And I was invited that day. My intuition said, be your call, be that call. And it's to be love. It is the greatest thing we can do to do that. And what we can do when we do that is we can share that love in the heart of what we do, in the art, in my sake, in the art that I do, in the books that I write, in the classes that I teach, or the meditations that I create, in the messages that I send to my people. If I can be that love right then and there, and it comes in different forms. It comes in the form of joy, it comes in the form of peace, it comes in the form of harmony, abundance, all kinds of different types of things that are really part of what love is all about. And my understanding of that is so clear because when I had these 2 near-death experiences, that's why some of you follow me and some of you are in my group, because I had these 2 near-death experiences, and everything I teach, everything I write from, everything I live from, come from what I learned there. And it's very simple in that next realm. There's nothing complicated about it. It's all about love. And I was given the choice both times I was there. Do you want to stay? Meaning stay there. I had the choice. or do you want to go back? I was given that choice. Do you want to stay or do you want to go back? It's really simple. And in my mind, I was thinking, why would I want to go back when I could be here? And I could tell you about that sometime if you're interested. If you want to be in my group, I'll tell you about it. But, and then I heard myself say, and it was my soul saying, oh no, I must go back. I have too much to do. And so my soul's calling is to be here and to extend that love, to extend it through peace, to extend it through beauty, through harmony, to remind people that they are that, to remind them of their magnificence. And I have worked with so many people to help them remember that they are incredible, lovely, good people, and remembering their magnificence of what it is they come through. And they work through challenges that they've had. They work through unforgiveness they've had about themselves for years or towards someone else. They work through different situations that they have come across that have stopped them dead in their tracks. But as they work through it and they move through it, and I help them remember who they really truly are, and we talk about those things and we work through those things, and I help them do a number of different exercises that help them understand that. And I do this work myself all the time. So it's not like, oh, I've got it all figured out. I do the work too. We're all here to love. And that's how we'll get through these different challenges that arise every time. Because what we're experiencing in the world right now isn't something brand new. We've experienced pandemics before. We've experienced people's mindsets, which are negative. We've experienced violence. We've experienced all these things and have all through history. The difference now, I think, is because everything we find out about happens in an instant through social media, through the news, and then we find out the whole world is going on with this, and we feel overwhelmed, and we feel not just uncomfortable, but we don't want to feel those things, and so we sometimes we get angry about it. But the answer is to love. The answer is to love ourselves so wholeheartedly, not just unconditionally. I would just say, I like the term wholeheartedly better than unconditionally. They're the same thing. But that wholehearted love for ourselves through and what we do and how we love ourselves, to take care of ourselves, self-care, get enough rest, eat the right foods, get enough exercise, love our families, our friends, our homes, whatever we do, and put ourselves out there and extend that to other people in our work, in our hobbies, in what it is we're doing when we're vacationing, you know, in what it is we're doing. That love is always the way. And it comes in the form of joy. It comes in the form of beauty. It comes in the form of harmony, peace, grace, abundance, and the list goes on. But when we understand any of those pieces, if we're completely filled with joy, we also experience love. We experience that awareness of the all there is in that love that's within us. And then we naturally extend that in every way we can. When we experience that love in our hearts with all that we're doing within us and bring ourselves back home to that love within our hearts, in this place right here in the center of who we are, then we can give that to all the people around us. And we can give it right here to ourselves and be grateful for that to our source, to the universe. I call it spirit. I call it great spirit. And I give it back to that and know that that's what continues to generate in me. And for some people, it's their highest self. It's whatever you call it. It's so simple, truly. All these things are so very simple, but we just have to remember that that's who we are. Remember how to do that. So this painting behind me is from a Kansas sunset. My husband and I were coming back from this incredibly lovely vacation that we had in Missouri with family. And on the way back home, this is western Kansas, and you know, the sunsets here in Colorado are short because the mountains are here. So we don't get to see a sunset for as long a period. This one went on for about 45 minutes, and I We were just driving down the highway, down I-70, coming westbound, and I just took photo after photo after photo, probably 30, 40 photos. And so this is a compilation of all of the photos that I could create. And I tell you, when I did this, I became this glorious gold and red and yellow and blue and every color, pretty much every color in the rainbow. And as you get up here, it actually turns to reds and purples. And I loved this photo so much, I actually put it on the cover of my book, Cherie. This is my third novel in my, it's the Continuum series. So this is an actual photo. So, but here it is in a painting. So I love painting. Painting is my muse. It is where I come completely and totally alive. And I don't see that myself because sometimes we don't see ourselves inside our own box. We can't see that. But my husband tells me when I'm drawing, when I'm painting, when I'm doing things like this of a creative nature, he says that's when I light up the most. So what lights you up? What is it that lights your fire? What is it that brings this passion within you that is so strong and so powerful that you come out of it and you are just shining so brightly that you are extending this part of yourself, and then you give of that self to other people in doing what you do. It's easy. It's simple. That's what love is all about. So you're here to shine, and I know this for you. And if you're interested in joining my group, just click on the link below, and it'll invite you to, to come into my group, and you'll get a wonderful email. It takes me, several hours to create this message that I send every week. It's a short email, but it's an uplifting email, and I will include you in those, and I will start sending videos as well, and some other ways to just help light up your day and light you up to help you remember just how magnificent you are, how fabulous you are, because I believe in you. I believe in you. And there's something I tell my coaching clients is when you can't believe in yourself, believe in my belief in you, because I can see beyond all the stories you tell yourself. I can see beyond the facades. I can see the things that seem to get in your way, and I help you pull the veils back. I hope you pull back those things, the obstacles that seem to be in your way, and help you believe in you. And it's pretty easy. It really is. Just think about someone that you love or something you love to do, how easy it is for you to love them. And you can do that for yourself as well. And that's where it all starts. So love is the way. And I will continue to share this kind of a message with you. It won't always be about love, but it's all what love is about. So, as my grandma used to say, love you bunches. Bye for now.